Welcome to this edition of Dufferin Life. I'm your host, Tina Avery. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to be talking about an event. It's an amazing event that happens in Dufferin County, and it's each year it's growing, and we have a lot to talk about. So I'm going to stop talking and introduce my guest to you. So joining me today, we have Althea and Cecile. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Tina.
Well, let's start talking about you're from the Dufferin County Multicultural Foundation.
That's correct.
And you've been on the show before, although via Zoom, yes?
Yes, a couple of times.
First time in the studio, so that's very exciting. But Althea, just tell me, what is the event that's coming up?
So the event that's coming up is really a celebration of all the cultures in Dufferin County. It's really a space that everyone can come and learn about each other, be represented and, respected as a community member.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, okay, we're gonna get to Cecile in just a minute, because I want to know a little bit more about the event itself. So how long has it been? Have you been hosting it? And tell us a little bit about, without giving it all away, a little bit about what to expect.
Sure. So it has been something that I worked in the schools since 2017 and just kind of participated in my kids' classes, just teaching them about culture. And then 2018 was the very first multicultural event that was public, like open to the community, really. And since then, it's grown and taken on a life of its own to the point where we are now a nonprofit foundation.
Wonderful.
And for this year, we actually expanded from a one-day event to a two-day event.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. On the Friday at 6 p.m. at the Museum of Dufferin, we actually have the launch of the art show.
Okay.
So that would be 6 to 9. And then on the Saturday, it is going to be performances, and you can also access the art show, and there will be different vendors there as well.
Amazing. So Cecile, you're a member of the foundation.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means, like, as the organization is growing, we need many more hands to work together. And Althea was doing absolutely wonderful job for so many years.
Thank you.
But it is not a one-man show.
Right, right.
It is much bigger now. And it was more like a natural interaction with her. And I was doing other parts of the community, and we just thought we thought same way. It's the same thinking. And then we bring more volunteers, team getting bigger and bigger. So it was like working together for one mission. And that's how I joined in and I started contributing.
Wonderful. So how many members do you have now?
Oh, wow. Off the top of my head, I would say maybe 6, 7 of the actual committee members, and then we have a volunteer member group as well that consists of maybe 6 as well.
Okay, so still a fairly small team for big events that are running.
Yes.
And everyone knows I'm an event planner, and I understand what it takes to actually run an event like that. And so let's talk about that. So is there a need for more volunteers, more people to be a part of the committee?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. This was never ever designed to be a one-man show. This was designed for the entire community, and I've always said that at the beginning. I want people there. I want people to feel like this is theirs. It doesn't matter that I started it. It was never about that.
Right.
Get involved. Come, show, and be part of your community.
And it's for everyone, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Well, because I think sometimes when people hear multicultural, they think, well, maybe they aren't, from a different culture, in their opinions. We're all from different cultures, but it's that whole, maybe it's not meant for me type of idea.
It's meant for everyone. It's supposed to be a safe space that we can all come together and really show our community spirit, show our support. It's just something that's supposed to be lively and bring out that human nature, that kind in people. really.
And I think that's really important, and we talk about it all the time on the show about creating awareness and making people aware of things that, you know what, sometimes you might not even be comfortable going to, but you're encouraged because it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to meet a lot of people, and maybe those people that are hesitant, you know, that's why we do shows like this, so that we can talk to you and say, like, this is a lot of fun for a lot of people, you know, and everyone's welcome. You know, kids, it's family friendly, yes?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It is very family friendly. It is, you know, we actually have youth who are performing.
Okay.
It actually started with youth. That was the base of it, so that, you know, they can have a foundation and a safe space to, again, show who they are and, you know, feel welcomed and appreciated.
So she's, I knew I was going to do it. I knew I was going to stumble on your name. But anyway, Cecile.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to you being a member and being a part of this foundation and then the event itself?
First and foremost is like giving back to the community. I always want to contribute with some work where I can be part of it and I can give back. Because when I came here, it's been 7 years only, and they accepted me with an open heart.
Yeah.
And this is what I want with youth. She was talking about youth. There are many youth who are still struggling in the schools. They feel like if they express themselves, they will be sidelined.
Yes.
If they show their real thing, they will be sidelined. So they try to become others, which we don't want. Like, you are beautiful.
Yes.
The way you are. So we just wanted to provide a platform where you start loving yourself, express yourself, and be a part of it. And it's for everyone. So that is how I connected I have two daughters. When they go to school, initially they found this difference. Like, they are like outnumbered.
Yes.
And expressing themselves is like kind of, they are more gelling with what is available rather than what they are.
Yes, yeah, I think that people have a tendency to just try to conform to what everyone perceives as normal or acceptable and that sort of thing. And I think that Dufferin County is making strides to really be inclusive. And, you know, I think we're a little bit behind. I think we're a little bit behind from other, you know, other metropolises and cities and towns that I think, but you guys are, what you're doing is just pushing everything forward, which I think is commendable. So let's talk a little bit about some of the entertainment that's going to be there. What can we see? I'm really excited to hear about it.
You know what? I'm so excited to actually, you know, I guess sit back to a degree and look at it too. We're going to have steel pan drumming, but a different variation than last year, where people are going to actually learn how to do it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And then we're going to have African drumming. They're going to learn how to do it. They're going to learn how to, like, what it means, what different parts of the drums sound like, where it originated from, and you know, stories from it. We're going to have Bhangra dancing from some of our youth in the community. We're going to have Orange Peel Morris Group. We're also going to have a cricket game. We're going to have a story time with the libraries. We're going to have activities with the libraries. There's just so many things that we're gonna have there that people are going to be able to participate and learn and be part of.
Okay, and I think this event is so important, but we're going to ask you why it's important in just a second. But I mean, for me, I'm looking at it, it's like creating awareness, because there isn't a lot of history that you can find in the school or around of different cultures that live in our specific area, and then obviously surrounding and all over the world. So it's kind of a combination of talking about the past, the present, and the future.
Exactly.
So you tell me, and you both get to answer this question, why it's so important.
Well, you kind of touched upon it. Dufferin County has changed so much over the past few years. We're not like Toronto, where Toronto's been around for a really long time. They have cultures, but I'm sure they started where we were, or where we are.
Absolutely.
And it's important that when you move to a community, you feel like you're part of that community. You feel like you're supported by that community. And you feel that, you know, you can be more in that community. You're raising your children here, you know, you're making that investment in that community. I think it's just fair that, you know, the community would have something that reflects you, that reflects members of the community. You know, I think that that's fair. And I think for youths, it you know, Sushil touched upon it, where, you know, they have these challenges. It's in those times, you're still trying to find yourself. And even as adults, we have those insecurities.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And when we have festivals like this, it forces you to come together. It teaches you, it strengthens you. And I think that that's important to be that fulfilled human being that you need to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Sushil, what do you think?
Yeah, we need more love everywhere, and we can have as many platforms like ours, because when you go to these events, you feel like yourself, and you will find there are food trucks also, so there are different foods also.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we're going to talk about that.
yeah,
we
so-
only got a few minutes left, but yeah, we want
So
to.
there's
So,
a ice
Sushil,
cream
you
truck.
tell me a little bit about the food trucks and what
Yeah,
the
so
types of food.
there's an ice cream truck over for kids. Then there are volunteers who bring samosas, which is so tasty and it's free of cost, you know. So it's like a free kitchen for everybody.
Yeah.
And then we have some other food from a different community, and there's something for everybody.
Okay.
That's what we say. Like, kids can enjoy the storytelling, they can enjoy the food, adults can enjoy the music, and they can learn so many things. And now we are doing cricket this time also, so you can play that also. So you can
Okay.
be part of game. So everybody has something to do at that. And I must say that we moved from 1 day to 2 days, but it was required.
Yes.
Because 1 day is a very small thing for this big event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the more that it grows and the more people learn, the more people will come out, and it
Yeah.
will continue to grow and thrive and really bring the community together.
Yes,
Yeah.
I totally agree. And you know what? And I hope it's okay to say, if it wasn't for the sponsors and the supporters,
Of course.
we also wouldn't be able to move forward. I mean, the mod has been supporting, and we've been partnering
Absolutely.
together for a number of years now.
Right.
Which is, it's excellent. Like, I love Nancy, Sarah, and the
Yes.
team. They're amazing. So that's amazing. And you know, having those organizations and those businesses in the community that want to see this is important too.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And I think that, I mean, you bring it all together. And Sushil, I love that you said it's about we need more love, because you know what, we really do. You know, the world can be such a harsh place for people, and you know, people look at other people and just think they're different, but they're really not. They're just people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important.
Yeah.
So June 23rd, June 24th.
Yes.
Yes. June 23rd starts at Mod for the art exhibit.
Yes, so there'll be light refreshments. There'll be the artists there as well, and then of course it's the grand
Wonderful.
opening of the art show.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And thank you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Lovely viewers, it's your host of On the Couch, Antoine El Hashim, reminding you to tune in for every episode of Season 9 of the longest running and most loved local queer talk show on Rogers TV. Check it out.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you came at a great time. As always, we're talking about things that happen in the community, things we want you to be aware of. And we have so many community partners in Dufferin County that work together to raise money, to help with services, to provide services, to give back to the community. And today we're talking about the 10th annual Sick Kids Fundraiser that's happening up in Shelburne. Joining me today, we have Sanjay. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, it was definitely my pleasure. So let's talk about this event. Tell me, what is the event and when is it happening?
So the event is happening on 24th of June, and it will be from 11:30 to 2:30, and it is a 10th annual Shelburne Town Pharmacy's Sick Kids Fundraiser.
Okay.
So we have been doing for quite a bit.
Absolutely. So then we're going to go back. We're going to go back 10 years, and tell me what the first, what you had at the first event, and then we're going to jump to what people can expect this year.
Okay. So the first event we started in 2014. So I started my pharmacy in 2013, and that event, the first event, was kind of a write-off.
Okay.
Because I was very new to the community. I opened my business only a year ago, and then it takes a lot of trust for people. So for people to have in you whether we are going with the right business, or there are a lot of other.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of factors to it, and I've talked about it many, many times here on the show. When you're planning an event, the first one is never. I mean, if you're lucky, oh my goodness, if you're lucky, it's over the top, right?
Perfect.
But when you're planning an event, there's a lot that takes in place, and just getting the word out there for people is the first part, and then figuring out what you had to do. So, what can people expect for this year's event?
This year we are really excited about, because there are a few things. One is this is a 10th annual fundraiser. The second thing is we have added few more vendors. So throughout the year we have been asking our customers or other people around us, okay, how would you be, if you wanted to be a part of that, how would you be there? So I have 2 or 3 new vendors this year.
Nice.
So, and it is all for little kids and adults of all ages. So our staple is like face painting. We have a gentleman named Josh. He is perfect in doing that. So, and then people are in lineup all the time. Okay, mine is, can you make this for me?
You have to be very creative to face paint.
Oh my God.
Because I think in events, back in the old days when I used to do all different types of events, face painting was a challenge. I tried it myself. I'm not very artistic, so.
I think hats off to him, and he never takes a break. And well, okay, Josh, you want something to read? Okay, after this one. So, and he does his job fantastically.
Wonderful. So what other types of vendors do you have there this year?
This year, apart from barbecue, which we have every year, so we have a dog trainer company or a place. So they are going to come and show how they do the training.
Oh, nice.
So it is always a good thing to see, and children are always like, okay, dog.
Oh, well, anything with pets, yeah.
And then we have another one. Sharon Morden is from
the Feral Cat Rescue. Yes.
So she is coming at that. We have been we know each other for quite some time, and then we try to help each other in that part. So she is going to bring the kittens and all those things. So
kittens and dogs. That could be fun.
Yeah, I know. So at least they are just moving their tails and everything. So people are always, okay, look at that. What is it? I wanted to adopt that kitten or whatever.
Yeah. Hopefully there's some people interested in adopting the kittens.
Yeah, last time it happened actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So the third one is a lot of games there, which Lindsay Wagner has a game. She's a counselor as well in Shelburne. So, and we have a basketball net. So Brenda Haynes is one of our staple. She's a pillar.
Okay.
So without her, couldn't have done the job. So, and then she is bringing a basketball, like it's good for adults, and then, you know, they okay, can you do it? No, you can't do it. So we raise money out of that, so that is good.
Yeah. Now, is there, I'm not sure if I've seen it, so correct me if I'm wrong, is there a silent auction?
A silent auction is there, which is happening right now in the pharmacy. We have a book here.
Okay.
And then there is always a wonderful prize from Miss Mitchell's.
Okay.
So that is in Shelburne, in Mulmer actually.
Nice.
So she always give a very fabulous gift, and then this time it is her cost only itself is like $300.
Wow.
So and then and one part is that, and then there are 5 or 6 items which Brenda Haynes brought. So
okay.
that is also going to be there. I have few customers who say, okay, I will feel bad if you don't tell me when your Sick Kids fundraiser is.
Right.
So and then they're bringing like loads of baskets for that. Okay, you know, I'm shopping only for that purpose, and this is for that day.
Wonderful. So let's talk about the origin and how this started and why you've chosen Sick Kids for your fundraiser.
Okay, so it started in 2014 when it was a write-off, but I didn't give up. So I said, okay, next year I will try again. And then I was determined to make it something that we can support or give back to the community. So, like, fortunately, like, none of my immediate family members have been admitted to Sick Kids, but I know a lot of people around us who rely on their services all the time.
Right.
And then so children are born. Some children are born with like life-threatening illness right off the bat, and then without a fault of their own. So and it is not. It is like I don't want to see them like striving through health
suffering,
or
yeah.
throughout their life. So that is why, especially for children who have not who has not spoiled their health by drinking or doing or any other things. They don't know. They're just born that way. So it is, I think, our duty as humans to help each other. So especially me as a pharmacist who are in the right position, we see a lot of prescriptions coming from the area, and then okay, the child is 6 months, you know, child is 1 year. So that breaks your heart. So we wanted to say, okay, you know, how can we help? There is this institution like that an hour away from us, which is so fortunate about that. And then it is like so much people or parents have so much confidence that okay, no problem, it's an hour away. So and that is one of the things that okay, this hospital is doing like that, how can we help? Let us start a fundraiser. So and the second year, when like first year I was mentioned to that, second year when we started, it was like I was so happy that we raised around $1,400.
Okay. So,
and then it started from there, and then after that said, okay, we wanted to do it every day, even if we raise like $500, $400, whatever.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, we wanted to do it. So that is how it started. We always wanted to like showcase our support, which we have for our community. Like, okay, you want to do it, and this is the one way that we want to do it.
Yeah. So do you, what did you raise last year, and do you have a fundraising goal for this year?
Fundraising goal, actually, we have had started. A lot of customers, then they ask me, okay, when is your event? Do you do your event around this time? Is it done or it's coming? So, no, it's coming. Okay, can you put this $20 on this? So we have a jar here, we put it in there.
Okay.
So goal for this year, I have surpassed most of the times in the past, but I am a little bit reluctant in setting the goal. But I think 3,500, 4,000.
Okay.
But last year we had our goal around 3,000, 4,000, but we raised $5,600.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And it gets hard. Like, I mean, and I think too, with fundraisers happening in this particular year when costs of everything have gone up, you know, the cost of gas, the cost of food, the cost of living in general has just skyrocketed for people. So I always, when I have somebody on talking about a fundraiser, you know, the other way you can help if you can't donate money is to spread the word about the event itself and invite others to it.
Absolutely. So, like collectively, if I go back from the first year to ninth year, we have raised over $25,000.
That's phenomenal. That's wonderful.
So,
and that helps a lot, right? Some people don't think it does, and you know, a few dollars here and there, it does help a lot because it all goes towards helping the kids, which is so vitally important.
Yeah,
sure.
And it is only one business like me. If you know somebody else is doing in their community, they can also raise something like that. So collectively, it is, you know, it goes to like hundreds of thousands in no time.
Well, the one thing we haven't talked about, we only have a couple minutes left. The one thing we haven't talked about is, give me the exact date and time again, but please let us know where we can find this fundraiser.
So we do it in the medical building. We have the pharmacy in the medical building. So right there in the parking lot.
Okay.
Because it's a huge space there, and then vendors can be there. So it is happening on June 24th from 11:30 to 2:30.
Wonderful.
This is Saturday. So
families are welcome, and
family, friends, communities, anybody.
Yeah.
So we will love to see everybody.
Wonderful. So just give us the address, maybe, just in case people don't realize where your pharmacy is. We need to tell them where it's going to be.
Okay. So this is in Shelburne. It is located right on the main street. It is 712 Main Street East, and that is on the main where we had the old LCBO.
Okay.
So so that is the building before that.
Okay. Okay, so, I mean, I commend you for, you know, choosing a foundation and moving forward with it and making it grow. And I want to say to you, there's a lot of things happening on June 24th, but if you're in the Shelburne area, you definitely want to come and enjoy a barbecue and see the vendors that are there and support local, because supporting local is so very important. Whether it's for a fundraiser or not, just supporting local businesses.
Absolutely. I can't agree more than that. Yeah.
Wonderful. I want to thank you so much for joining me today.
Most welcome, Tina. Thank you for having me.
It was my pleasure, and thank you for joining us. Until next time, bye-bye for now. So we're still on screen.
Call the Rogers TV Viewer Response Line. Email us or connect with us on social media.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel that